Hello, my friends. I'm Peymon Mottahedeh, the president of Freedom Law School, which I created in 1996. In this presentation, folks, I'll answer this key question on the mind of every cryptocurrency investor in this time of year before tax time. What is that question? Folks, on the 1040 U.S. individual tax return form, it has a question about digital assets. Now, right under your name and address information, at any time during 2022, did you basically receive or sell or dispose of any cryptocurrency or digital assets? You have to say yes or no. That's mandatory now to answer this question, yes or no. And guess what, folks? You have to sign it under penalties of perjury, under oath, which means throw you in prison if everything on this form is not true, correct, and complete. That penalty of perjury line means you put the rope around your neck. Will you file a yes or right no on that question? You just hung yourself. The solution is very easy, folks. You don't have to make yourself a target by saying yes. You don't have to say no and lying either. Solution is by understanding the law. Okay? And the law, folks, let's start with the 1040 form instructions that tells us on page 8 about filing requirements. That these rules apply to all U.S. citizens, yes. But who are these U.S. citizens? Well, let's talk about that a little bit more, but let's see that what the regulations by U.S. Treasury Department says about income tax on individuals. It says that Section 1 of the Internal Revenue Code, the federal tax laws, imposes an income tax on the income of every individual who's a citizen or resident of the United States. Yes. Now we're going to go, folks, to the federal tax laws, folks. There it is, the Internal Revenue Code. This is the entire federal tax laws, folks. All the minutia, fine tissue paper, it's all here on paper. I'm going to show it to you right now online exactly what it says on definitions from Title 26 Internal Revenue Code. Folks, you go down, you see it tells us Section 7,701 in definitions when used in this title, Title 26 Internal Revenue Code. The federal tax laws, they have a definition for the term United States when used in a geographical sense. It includes only the states and the District of Columbia. And the term state also shall be construed to include only the District of Columbia. The 50 states are not included there. Yes, on purpose. You see, Supreme Court tell us in year 2000 in a case called Stenberg versus Carhart, this very explicit instructions that when a statute or law made by legislatures, Congress, includes an explicit definition like the ones you just saw, we must follow that definition, even if it varies from that term's ordinary meaning. Furthermore, it is axiomatic, self-evident, that obvious that the statutory definition of the term excludes unstated meanings of the term. When you don't see 50 states here, United States is not included in state or United States. And the Supreme Court in a tax case of Gould versus Gould in a 9-0 case in 1917 told us this: in the interpretation or understanding of statutes levying taxes, in understanding laws that impose taxes, it is the established rule not to extend their provision of tax laws by implication beyond the clear import of the language used, or to enlarge their operations so as to embrace matters not specifically pointed out. If it's not there, it's specifically pointed out, it's not there. And in case of doubt, the tax laws are construed, understood, interpreted most strongly against the government's power to tax and in favor of the citizen being taxed. Therefore, folks, you see, United States does not mean 50 states, it means DC. On the 1040 form, this is DC individual income tax return for DC citizen and residents. You don't have to fill out this form. You don't have to answer this question, digital assets question, at all whatsoever, folks. You don't need to put the rope around your neck by saying yes or no on the form at all in the first place, folks. There's so much more risks of filing 1040 tax forms, and there's many benefits if you do not file 1040 income tax confession forms. No more put the rope around your neck, folks. What you want to do now is to go to our website, freedomlawschool.org, for more detail, and or in the description below, watch the more complete presentation of this topic for yourself. No more 1040 forms. There's a question of the cryptocurrency on 1040 form. Ignore it. Never fill it out and answer it at all. You're free. Continue on the journey to freedom now.